Yo, 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 it's the Ghetto Linguist, and we're back at it again. Another week of studying Thai. I don't know what week this is, but we are coming up on 1 year. Now, like I said, don't quite know exactly what week it is, but we're coming up on week one. Um, so what is the thing that I wanted to talk about this week? It was oh yeah. So my abilities to speak Thai is pretty solid actually. I had a few breakthroughs this particular week that were really interesting. One was I talked to one of my language partners who I've been talking with from day one. I talked to her about like on the topic of where she was from, and she was telling me about how she spent a lot of time, a lot of her childhood moving around and stuff like that. And while we were having the conversation, at some point in the conversation, I was like, wait, pause. I remember us having this same conversation around the time that we first met. Yo, yo, yo. I remember us having this same conversation except in English, and you were struggling to express these concepts that, you know, you were born in one place and then you moved here and moved there and blah, blah, blah. And now we're having that conversation here in Thai. And it was just a really interesting moment of recognizing the progress that both of us had made. The fact that when we first met, she was struggling to have this conversation in English, and well, I couldn't even have this conversation in Thai. And now we've been studying together for what, like 10, 11 months now, and now I'm having that same conversation with her, and you know, she's of course naturally she's progressed well past that conversation in English. The point to all this being, bear in mind when we first linked up to language exchange, quite naturally, her English was better than my Thai. I knew zero Thai, and she had been studying English, you know, elementary school, middle school, high school, university, all that stuff, and you know, it just wasn't working out for her. So now we both are able to see that we've both made crazy progress. Now, that's one big thing that has happened this week. Another thing, I I was there's a show called Young Sheldon. You know, I'm assuming if you watch this video, I guess most people at least know what Young Sheldon is. But maybe if this video is still around 20 years from now, people won't know. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, so we, you know, spoke in Thai about episode one of that because that was a show that I've seen and that she's also happened to have seen, and we spoke in detail about that. And what it kind of led me to the conclusion of is that my Thai is nice. Yeah, I can talk about an episode of Young Sheldon. Now, quite naturally, I can't use the complicated words that Young Sheldon uses in English. I can't even use those words in English, let alone trying to use those words in Thai. But I'm able to have a comfortable, easygoing conversation about an episode of Young Sheldon, which is a big breakthrough because it just shows me where I'm at with my Thai. I can watch an episode of something and now I don't have to, like, I didn't do preparation to talk about it. I just watched the first episode and then just talked about it. No prior preparation, no trying to, you know, whatever. So these are big breakthroughs that I am noticing this week. But there's one more thing that I really want to take note of, and that is the fact that I still can't just go up to strangers and talk to them. Because when I go up to strangers, my brain just kind of stops, and my brain's like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. You know, so when I'm talking to someone who I'm comfortable with and I've been talking to them for a long time, then it's easy to just like go up and just, you know, talk to them. But strangers, I'm not there. So this is a part of how the brain works that I don't really know much about, but for whatever reason, it just seems to work that way, that when I'm talking to someone who I know and I'm comfortable with and I'm used to talking to them in Thai, then it's easy for me to talk to them, and it's kind of like I'm at a nice level of Thai, really, legit. But the moment I go out and talk to someone who I don't typically talk to in Thai with, then it's difficult. It's whatever. So right now there's that thing that I don't know what that's called or whatever that I have to overcome before I can feel like I'm really nice with my Thai. But I am at a point to where people who I know and I'm comfortable with, I can talk to them very well. So where does that put me in my abilities with Thai? Well, I do know Thai. I am nice at speaking Thai. No question there. I've just got to get comfortable with going up and speaking to strangers. My brain, like, I'm not a shy person at all. Let me be clear. I'm not shy. The last description anyone would use to describe me is shy. You know, and you may have heard me in previous videos say I'm introverted. That's true. I am an introvert. I'm not an extrovert, but introvert and shy is not the same thing. shy, people who are shy, they're afraid to talk to people or something. I have no fear in talking to people. I just don't like to, you know, I just don't like to. But when it's time for me to learn language or something like that, then it's like, yeah, let's do it. So that's where I am. I'm at the point, like, I got to keep pushing, keep studying Thai and all that good stuff. But the main thing I need to double down on now is talking to strangers. So because of that, it's kind of got me thinking maybe I need to move out to a big city, you know, because I'm living in the middle of nowhere, Thailand. Most of the studying I do is online. And I'm thinking now is a good time, you know, I might need to finish off this year that I'm at here. And then I probably might just need to move out to Bangkok, you know, and just get out there and just start talking to strangers because my Thai is there. There's no question, my Thai is there. I will do a 1-year project video when I get to 1 year or around 1 year, where I do it completely in Thai and you'll hear how my Thai is. I also should add to that talking on camera is not the same as just talking. So whatever you hear me doing on camera, believe it or not, understand that me talking face to face sounds a lot better than on the camera. But it is what it is. You know, that's a whole new different skill. Nonetheless, you'll get some glimpse of where I'm at with Thai. Yeah, so with all that, that's my update for this week. I feel really good about where I'm at with Thai. I feel really nice. My Thai is definitely strong. You know, I'm always nervous to say I am intermediate. I'm always nervous to do that because I don't know what beginner, intermediate, and advanced even means, to be honest. But if I'm not intermediate yet, I'm definitely hovering around that area, I would say. I do have some blind spots with my Thai, but I guess I can talk about that in later videos. But yeah, that's the video for today. I'm the Ghetto Linguist. I'll see you in the future. Peace.
Rather slay a dragon than sit and watch it happen. I'm on another level, man, I'm spilling out the kettle. What's a couple quotes if no one know you said them? Slay a couple dragons, but no one know you did it. You don't owe me shit except a little credit.